there, it's Paulina and I'm back with another card video for you today. So today I'm going to be featuring our large winter tree, which was part of the Fall Winter 2010 collection. And that's what it looks like. This is one of my most favorite stamps at the moment. And for this one I'm actually just going to ink it up with the Memento ink. And I'm using the rich chocolate color. And so you can just see that I've covered it nicely, and I'm going to just stamp it on my pre-cut cardstock. And I used a cream, and that just gives it a nice warm fall feel. You're going to want to make sure you just stamp it and give it nice pressure. Okay, so there we have our card base, and then I'm going to stamp some of our pumpkin patch border onto our extra piece of cardstock, and I'm again using the Memento ink. And the reason I'm using this ink today is I'm going to be coloring it with my Copics, so this works really well with the Copic markers. So I'm just going to stamp it a few times. I'm going to be actually cutting a few of them out, so that's why I'm cutting and stamping so much. So okay, so we have our pumpkin patches, and I'm going to just quickly color them in. So for the pumpkins I'm using, let's see, Y11, Y17, and YR04. And I'm just quickly adding some color. And I just want to specify that I am not a professional Copic instructor or anything like that. I just enjoy Copics. You'll see that they have a nice big tip, and this the Copics are great for if you want to blend colors nicely. They have a wide range of colors. In the past we've used some Tombos, and I enjoy those too. So they both have their different uses. So I have my light pale yellow there, and then I'm just going to use the Y17 and just add just a little bit of color around the edges. I'm just doing a really quick job. It's just trying to stay in the lines, but I'm not doing a very good job of that. Okay. And then with the brighter shade of orange, I'm just going to go around the outside of the pumpkins again, and that's just going to add a little bit more brightness to the card and add just a little bit more orange. So, okay. And if you're anything like me, you love coloring, so this is actually kind of a fun project for me. Okay, so we've added our orange, and then you can just add some extra, you can play around with the shading and things like that. Okay, so I think I have enough of this particular color. I'm just going to add some of the orange, and that will, like I said, just bring a little bit more orange color to the card and make it look a little bit more fall. You'll see that I'm just doing a really quick job, but it's actually looking like they're pumpkins. And then I'm going to go over them with the lighter yellow again, and it's going to blend it a little bit more. Okay, so I'm just going to go there. Oops. And there's two sides to the markers. I'm just using the brushed one because it's nice and wide and easier for me to blend. So I'm just going in very slight circles, and it's blending the colors ever so slightly, and so it's actually looking a little bit more orange. Okay, so I like the look of those, and so now I'm just going to use my greens. I'm using the YG11 and YG13, and I'm just going to just quickly do the leaves. This is just a really soft green, but the other color I'm going to use is just going to add a little bit more pop to it, and I'm just going to shade that just ever so slightly too. Okay, so we're just going to just add a little bit of this other color. Okay, and then for the stems and the little curlies, I'm going to use just the E31, and I'm just going to quickly go over those. And some of them I'm actually going to be cutting the curlies off, so you don't have to do every one of them, but since I don't know exactly which ones I'm cutting off, I'm just going to do all of them for the video. Okay, so there is my card, and then we're going to go back to the tree. So I'm going to add some ink distressing along the side just to warm up this card just a tiny bit. And you can just use, there's a whole bunch of different kind of brands you can use. I'm just using the one that I have on hand right now. And just rotating it, just adding just a tiny bit of color. Okay, you see that it kind of warmed up the card just a tiny bit. And now I'm going to go back to the pumpkins and just going to place them. So I'm just going to cut them off and see exactly where I want them. So I know I'm going to want this whole row. So I'm just going to fussy cut those really quick. And I'm not too precise, as you can tell, but if I were to really want to make this card look good, I would spend a little bit more time. Okay, so I'm going to place this one. I know I want to place that here. Then I'm going to add some more pumpkins down here. So I think I want to, let's see. Add these two on one side. Let's see. How do I want to do this? I'm going to do the card like that, and then we're going to add the other two from the other border on the other side. So we're just going to quickly cut that. Okay, so we have here the pumpkins that we like. So let's place those down with our foam mounting tape. I'm just using my 3M foam mounting tape, and I'm going to place the first border down first so I can have those in the background. Okay, so we'll just place that, and then next we're going to do the other ones. Let's see, let's raise this just a tiny bit. Okay, it's going to be perfect. Okay, and need some more foam mounting tape. This can actually be a really quick card if you were to do all the pumpkins at once, and then do all of the trees. So you can make this a nice little project for your Thanksgiving cards. Okay, next I'm going to use the Elegant Floral little sprig from the Elegant Florals stamp set, and we're going to stamp that in the Spanish moss, which is a nice color. I'll show you in just a bit. So I'm just going to use this sprig, and I'm going to just create some little leaves, and you'll notice that I'm just rotating the stamp to make like little leaves on the tree. And you can do several different colors. For this particular card, I'm just going to stick with the Spanish moss because I really like this color. But you can do some oranges and yellows, and then you can even mix some reds in there to make it look like a real fall card. But you'll see later on in this card that I'm actually going to add some of those colors in a different way. So I'm just, again, rotating the little sprig, and it's making the tree nice and full. And you can make this tree as full as you'd like. Let's see, I'm going to add just a little bit more in the middle. Okay. Okay, I think I like the way that looks right there. So then I'm going to mount this onto some brown craft. So I've already pre-cut it, so I'm going to do that. Okay, so here we're just framing it, and then we're going to place that on our chocolate brown cards. And so I'm going to flip that over, and we're just going to layer that right on top of that. Okay. So here we have the base of our card, and now we're going to do the fun part, and that's going to add some rhinestones. And this is going to bring some sparkle to the card and just make it a little bit extra festive. Let's see, I'm let me just grab this one. And you can use little tweezers, but I actually just use my hands for peeling off the rhinestones. I'm just going to place them randomly across the card, and I'm going to use 3 different color rhinestones. So I'm going to make sure I space them nicely. Okay. And then next I'm going to use this pretty olive green color. And all of these rhinestone colors can be found on the DeNami design website. We made it really easy to buy all the rhinestones in one place. Okay. And you'll notice that I'm using some of the smaller ones and then some of the larger ones. So let's see. Let's add a couple more. Okay, and one more. Then we're going to do the red. Oops. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to just grab the red ones, and I'm going to just use the itty bitty ones that they have. And we're just going to, oops, let's see. That one didn't really work for me. And these ones you might want to grab little tweezers because they are a little bit more stubborn to get out. Okay, so I have that little red one. And I'm going to grab another tiny one if I can. Okay. And let's add just a couple more. Let's do another medium one. Over here. And one more medium. That's just going to add a little bit of extra color to the card. And you just want to make sure they're nice and placed. And then lastly, I'm going to just add some glitter to the bottom of this card on the pumpkins. So I'm going to grab my quickie glue, and I'm just going to go on the outer edge of the pumpkins. And that's just going to add just a little bit more sparkle to the card. Okay. So there we have the glue, and then I'm just going to grab my citron glitter really quick. And we're just going to sprinkle that across the bottom. And you'll just gently tap off the excess. And this is going to help you save your glitter and make it last a little bit longer. Okay, so there we have our really cute, festive Thanksgiving card. Thanks so much for watching.